From all indication, the war in the Middle East have continued. You can see the series of attack and counter-attack from Friday to Saturday to yesterday, Sunday, and it is even expected that there could be an escalation today. You can see a lot of discussions about the veracity and the precision of different weapons that were used. You see the drama around the Strait of Hormuz have come back again. All those things will continue from now till 2030. Anybody that is saying that this war is going to end anytime soon is just wasting his time. So it is very important for policymakers to start planning against 2030. Because this war will have to continue. There is a huge demand of energy in the world, especially the demand of energy of the data centers. If you look at my last video, I told you that the data center is consuming energy to the tune of 1.5% of the total global energy demand of the world. In fact, it is predicted that by 2030, it will consume up to 3%. That's huge volume. We are talking about 1,000 terawatt hour of electricity. That is more than what the entire African energy consumes. And because of this, you do not have any renewable energy production capacity that will provide the energy that is needed by the high-end GPU servers that give us the AI that we consume today. So the whole game is about technological evolution, what is driving the pivot to the new civilization that is empowered by the new discovery in the AI and subsequently in quantum computing, leading to singularity. That is why, after reviewing all those things, I started talking about the need for us to look at the future. Now, we have lost the game in the energy. By all intent and purposes, all these crude oil, natural gas energies that you see, maybe between now to 2030, they may all either be free or consumed or dominated completely by the data center owners or the countries that have the massive data center reserves. So it's likely that all of us are going to be cornered into consuming the so-called renewable energy from solar systems and from other sources of energy. Because China has already developed enormous capacity in solar energy production. In fact, there is something called CSP, the Concentrated Solar Power Generation System, whereby you can concentrate a lot of power generation in one location, not more than 1 square kilometer, that can give you up to 800 to 1,000 megawatts of electricity. That is more than the entire electricity generation from Gurara Dam in Nigeria, for instance. So you see, renewable energy is now discovered. The industry has now moved into the data center. The production capacity is now in the token, while we consume this token in form of AI in order to get our attention to continue to consume our attention and make money. So it is very important for African countries to realign their priorities, re-strategize and restructure their own programs so that we can be a participant in this new structure. And that is why it is only when we understand at the point of which we have to intersect and grow our own industrial capacity in the new emerging civilizational industrial prowess. That is the only way we can be able to secure our future in Africa. And that is why it is important for us to begin to discuss the future series, which is what I'm discussing with you here. So we have to create a value in the chain. We have to start to consume the value in the chain. And we have to retain this value circulating within that particular chain that will continue to benefit the generation of the people that are being born in this continent. This is the continent that is projected to have up to 2.5 billion people by 2050. So these people need something to keep them up. And we cannot start producing from the base because we have lost the game at the base. And at the extreme end of the product, we've also likely lost the game but we can actually create a value in the chain. And the only way we can do that is to understand the cycle of what is happening so that we can realize at what point do we intersect. And the best way to intersect is to find a way around the new AI evolution and create value there, consume the value within our own environment, and retain the values in form of royalties and taxes that will continue to grow our economies and sustain our civilization. Thank you.